Hey Cookie Monsters, it's me Kesha and I'm here with a new behind the scenes tea video. Today we're going to discuss MarriedTO Medicine. There have been a lot of behind the scenes tea coming out from the cast members, and I just wanted to do a quick video on all of the gossip and news and rumors and clapbacks and everything that the ladies have been saying on social media. So to start off, we're going to talk about Sweet Tea. Sweet Tea, I believe, has a YouTube channel, or she goes live on her Instagrams or something after each episode that airs on Sundays. And she has had a lot to say, okay? First thing I want to discuss is her talking about how she got on the show. Let's take a look and see what she had to say.
Wanted me to be a part of the show. She was really just trying to get me on. I met her and Jackie at the golf tournament one year. And I wasn't quite ready yet to be on that show. I was living in DC and all of that. But when I did come into Heavenly's office, she was like, look at it like being, helping out another black woman. And I'm all about empowering black women. And so at the time, I think that, I don't know, maybe Quad was going through some struggles. And she was like, Quad doesn't have anything. She doesn't have anything to fall back on. She doesn't have a job. Whatever she's doing she's not able to sustain her lifestyle and also pay for her house. And so what I was like, she made me look at it that way because
like a business deal to help out another fellow sister.
Yes, indeed. And so that's not really the reason why I did it, but that was a thought.
But you also still knew that was his ex. So yes. I'm helping out his ex. Oh Lord, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Does Quad know that she was saying this to you?
I think she does know. I mean, there's receipts out there, screenshots of Heavenly replying in her comments, because she did invite me onto her show, and replying in comments saying that she was helping Quad the most. She was helping Quad the most out of everybody. She said, I'm helping both of them, but Quad.
So the whole goal to get you on the show was to get Quad a check.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. She was trying to, get me into to look at it, at a different perspective. Like, this can really put you on the map, all that kind of stuff. She didn't know me, but it was for Quad. Heavenly wanted me to.
Oh, wow. Now that's a big accusation. I hope she can back it up at the reunion. Do y'all think that Heavenly said that to Sweet Tea? Now, I do remember last year that Heavenly on her podcast, her YouTube channel, was stating that, Quad was going through contract negotiations and that, she wanted her back. But now this was after she was shading Quad and taking videos and pictures with Sweet Tea and kind of like baiting her and all of that type of stuff and saying little snide comments about Quad and how Quad don't call nobody. She ain't spoke to Quad and all of this stuff. All right. I can see her saying that. I honestly can see her saying Quad ain't got nothing else to fall back on. She ain't got no job. Heavenly loves to talk about other people's livelihoods and what they got going on. So I can see her saying that. So I won't sit up here and say that Sweet Tea is just verbatimly lying on Heavenly. Now, her even saying that she considered coming on the show to help another black woman out, the same black woman that is your current husband's ex, is a reach for me, because that wouldn't even be a factor for me at all. So that's a little weird, Now, she didn't say that was the factor, but she did say that it was a thought. But yeah, that's a lot for me. That is a lot for me to digest right there. But once again, like I said, I can see Heavenly saying that about Quad because she has made comments about Quad in the past. So I can see that being true. Now, on another clip, Sweet Tea made some comments about Quad and Gregory's relationship. This is my first time watching these clips as I'm showing you guys. So let's get into that clip.
inviting Contessa, and I'm like, you didn't even talk to her in so long, but all of a sudden she just pop up. I mean, it just seemed like she liked to pop up. I mean, you popping up in my comment section when I get engaged, congratulating me. Then you popping up in my at my bachelorette party. Shoot, I think you wanted to pop up. You wanted to pop on the couples trip for whatever reason last season, but your contract had ended. So,
well, she had a man at that time. Last year? She said a year at that point when you were filming.
Oh, yeah.
At the reunion, she had a man.
But yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, that's what she's saying, but,
Was she so, in love with her man to want to be at the Met Gala last season, to want to hug your husband's neck?
That was another thing that was, so fake, you looking for him, he not looking for you and wanting to hug his neck. And, it's awkward for him because, of course, there's history there, but it's not good history. And so that it didn't end well. And, of course, you feel some type of way about something but for you to be looking for someone, asking for a hug, it does not add up. Because if anything, when I look at it, his ex-wife, because I don't even like saying her name, his ex-wife, I mean, when you look at it, you checking for me, you in my comment section, and then you over here trying to hug my husband's neck, you want to be around, you popping up at places that you weren't invited to. I have to look at it like that.
Is it Stockholm Syndrome?
It might be. I think the whole cast is that Stockholm Syndrome. And not too long ago, she had called Gregory up because she wanted to get tinted windows or something like that. It was some of that nature. She needed some tinted windows. She needed a doctor's signature. But out of all the doctors, you're going to call him. And at the time we were together. We weren't married, but we were together.
Well, that means that her cast members aren't her, right? Because that's a whole cast of doctors.
Exactly. Why not ask them to do it? But you decided to ask your ex-husband. And she also asked to be his friend. So it's just
Did he sign it?
No, he said no, and she felt some type of way. She got upset about it because they didn't show it. We had an argument at the reunion, me and Quad did, and the argument was she was saying that I built this, I did that, and all that. If you built it, you would got a piece of it. You would have got something out of it if you built it. I said that you went on and you was asking for favors and all that, and she's like, I did that so you can have something, because he met up with her to refinance on the house. And so it was something of that nature. He had to refinance the house and get her name off the deed. And so she had to sign it. And so she thought she was flexing on me, talking about, well, I did that so you can have something. Girl, it never was yours. It was, and I saw her yell, it was court ordered.
Well, I guess you guys did a barter situation. She was giving you something, and then you coming on the show, let Heavenly tell it, was giving her something, a check.
Yeah, I guess,
You both helped each other.
In a way, but I had told her, I'm not trying to get into it with you. This is not what we need to do. Because what I'm not going to have and allow is for you to try to taunt him. Oh, yeah. I'm not going to do that. So now she's inviting Contessa, and I'm like, you didn't even talk to her in so long, but all of a sudden she just pop up. I mean, it just seemed like she liked to pop up. I mean, you pop.
Well, y'all know how I felt last season when she popped up at that girl bachelorette party. I don't care if it's for a show. I don't care if the producers asked you. I don't care if Heavenly asked you, Phaedra asked you, whomever asked you. I don't think that was appropriate to go to that. I honestly do not. You can say no. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. She could have easily said, no, thank you. I just thought that it was tacky. I thought that it was tasteless. I thought that it was thirsty. There was just different ways to go about it. Now, as far as the Med Gala last season, when she was saying that she wanted to speak to Gregory and all of this type of stuff and hug him. My thing is, if this man was so terrible to you, like you claimed, and that he was physically abusive and all of that type of stuff, I ain't looking to speak to nobody. I ain't looking to hug you, shake your hand, nothing. I don't want to have nothing to do with you. So all of that about, how she goes on and on when it's convenient for her to say that this man was over there dragging her and beating her and all of this type of stuff is a crock of ish. Okay, a crocker-ish. Okay, that's honestly truly how I feel about it. Then when Sweet Tea says that Quad reached out to Gregory about getting some tinted windows and that she needed a doctor's note maybe it was something where she was trying to get tinted windows and state that it was for a medical reason or something like that. Maybe they have like a ban on tinted windows or something in Atlanta. I know here in St. Louis, you can only get your windows tinted but so dark and on certain windows and all of this type of stuff. So maybe it was a situation like that, but still, why would you call him of all people? Why wouldn't you call Heavenly, or not Heavenly? Why wouldn't you call Jackie? Why wouldn't you even call Simone? Like, that was weird. It really honestly was weird. It's given that she wanted to have a reason to speak to him. I just honestly think that I get Sweet Tea sticking up for herself and telling the other side of the story, but I just feel like no matter if she's in the right or if she's in the wrong for it, people are just going to slam her anyway, because you're the new wife coming on to Quad's platform, basically, you know, and I just feel like it's going to make her look bad regardless. So it's just like, why even talk about it? I don't even feel like, honestly, truly, they should be, well, I don't, you know what? That's a lie. I don't think that they should be off of the show, because she is married to medicine. She is. I honestly still feel like Quad does not need to be on here. She's not married to medicine. She's not in a relationship with anybody in the medical field. She had this so-called relationship with this man that she dating right now, who, by the way, on that episode where he surprised her with that Rolls Royce, girl, that man didn't bit more get that lady no Rolls Royce. First of all, he owns a luxury car dealership. Girl, that shit was for the scene. For the scene, child. That car ain't bit more hers. But anywho, I don't think that she nor Phaedra should be on the show. And I'm going to continue to say that. But I just think that Sweet Tea, like, don't even dig a further hole for yourself even talking about it. Like, just pay them dust. Say what you got to say at the reunion and just be done with it. But Sweet Tea also had something to say about last week's episode when Simone was telling her that she needs to just basically come at Dr. Heavenly more vulnerably. Let's see what she had to say about that.
Well, you not my damn mama, Simone. I don't know who the hell you thought you was. You, Miles, and you know, them two boys. Mama, you ain't my damn mama. And it's like, it's weird. I got a nasty attitude. No, you want to pay attention whenever you feel like it. You don't know enough for you to speak on the situation. So why are you talking about what I don't do and what I don't listen to? You don't know nothing. So who are you to tell me who I need to listen to? And that, like, and basically she was trying to make it seem you need to be more vulnerable. Like, girl, are you stupid? Are you stupid? Be more vulnerable? I've already did that from the beginning. And so it's just like, at the end of the day, this is a TV show. I get it. But let's not be stupid and let's not say dumb shit. Let's not do that, because we still have girls, young girls, and I'm not saying teens. We got young adults watch this. Would you tell your daughter something like that? No. So again, you ain't my damn mama, and you need to shut the fuck up. First of all, you not my damn mama, Simone. I don't know who the hell you thought you was.
You're not listening. I've told T over and over and over again, stop allowing Heavenly's comments to push your buttons. Would there be any chance that you would go to her from a vulnerable place?
I mean, I was vulnerable, but I just gotten over that part, you know.
But since T kind of has that old raunchy, nasty attitude, Heavenly's just gonna continue to meet her with that energy. You're not...
I don't think that her response was necessary for her to be nasty and rude to Simone. But actually, you proved her statement right with the raunchy attitude, with the, you know, being nasty or whatever. You just proved her right by your response. All of that, you ain't my mama, you need to shut the F up and all of this type of stuff. Like, that was totally unnecessary. Those were her feelings. That's how she felt about it. Do I agree with Simone's advice to you in that episode? No, I absolutely do not agree with it, because you have tried to be even keeled with Heavenly and it has not worked. I think if anything, those sentiments should have been to Heavenly, not to you, because Heavenly is the problem when it comes to you two. Heavenly is the one that started with you. So I I would continue to give Heavenly that type of energy. So I don't even understand why Simone would even give you that kind of advice. Now, the part where she was saying you got a nasty attitude, this, that, and the third, when I watched the episode, I didn't agree with what Simone had to say about Sweet Tea or whatever. I feel like she gives it to whoever gives it to her. But the way that you responded on your after show thing or whatever to Simone just wasn't necessary. Like, she didn't come at you crazy or anything like that for you to be cussing at her and all of that type of stuff. It was just totally uncalled for. And it was giving little girlish. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like that at all. At all. And I think that she was totally wrong, totally out of line, and that she owes Simone an apology. Now, your feelings could be hurt, very much so, but it's a different way to convey that. So I didn't appreciate that, Sweet Tea. I think that was honestly, truly wrong of her, because Simone, from what we've seen, has been a good friend to Sweet Tea, and she has tried to help her. Now, let's get into the plot to take out Quad. So it was brought to the public's attention, I want to say via Heavenly, that Phaedra gathered some of the girls so they could plot to get Quad off of the show. Quad spoke about this during a radio interview. Let's see what she had to say about it all.
I have always had an affection for Phaedra. We've kind of always been cool up until the television thing came on board with MarriedTO Medicine, when I helped to bring her on board. And I did sit in on the audition tape or whatever for her, whatever. And I wanted her to be a part of the show. Thought she would be a great addition. Unfortunately, as I was trying to help her kind of usher her in, she was trying to usher me out, and so she created there was a meeting that was led by her. I'm just saying what it is. There was a meeting that was led by her, George, to get me fired.
Whoa.
And that was before all the additional opportunities came, like, you know, Dancing with the Stars, and I think it was Traders first, Dancing with the Stars, that then led to her coming back onto Atlanta House.
But you already had such a huge impact, so why would she think that they would get rid of you?
Well, it was a lot going on last season. You understand? And a lot of times people like to control you. Okay, and I'm not really one to be controlled.
Okay.
But you know, so to know that really was disheartening.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So
and you didn't get that from me.
Well.
Come on,
Not just you, right? I will say this. Yes, I did get that from Heavenly, but it did not start and begin with Heavenly.
Okay.
Listen, one thing about it, a lot of things come across my desk. True.
Sure.
And that came across my desk by a number of people, and then actually Heavenly put the confirmation on it. Because I just heard it from people, but Heavenly was in the inside at that time. And it put a stamp on it. And I was like, damn, Phaedra, you know, like, that's what we're doing? Like, I really didn't understand, why would you do that? You understand? Like, you were there. You were already in.
Did you talk to her about it?
You know, she said that she didn't do it. She said, I wonder how did you hear that? Were you just saying it to say? I said, no, I don't say anything just to say it. I don't do anything for television. I don't say things just for the thrill of it. You did it.
So where are y'all now?
I haven't spoken with her.
Would you be open to like sit down with her and she say, hey, you know, I apologize? I don't know, you know, but you just.
I mean, well, here's the thing. Let me say this. There is a scene that we filmed this season of MarriedTO Medicine. We were at the Duke Ranch. And Phaedra, they some kind of way, they mixed up our luggage. And anyway, they had Phaedra to walk my luggage to me. And I was wondering, like, why is she lingering around?
Yeah.
She's still lingering. And she was lingering around, and, you know, she wanted to talk, and she said, hey, I want to, you know, talk to you. And she said, you know, what's happened? I said, you tried to get me fired, Phaedra. And this was on cameras and everything.
Right.
And she said, where'd you get that from? I wouldn't do that. I said, yes, you did. You did. And then, so she talked about it, and she apologized for it. And then, you know, she did not like that I said it Candy bitched her for 5 years. Because as long as, and I said it.
Right. Did she?
On business, she did. If Phaedra could not come back if Candy was still present. Okay? So, we're gonna just, are we keeping it real with y'all?
No, you know we want to keep it 100.
I have always had an affection for Phaedra. We've kind of always been cool up until the television thing came on.
Child. I mean, I want to know, like, what would Phaedra get out of Quad not being on the show? I mean, she's saying that this was something that happened before she got the Traitors and Dancing with the Stars and this, that, and the third. Well, the Traitors was filmed in 2023. So this had to been like maybe right after she filmed MarriedTO Medicine or something like that. But I like, what would she gain having Quad there or not? I mean, let's not forget what she did for season 10 was lackluster. So like, Phaedra wasn't really pulling in, like no good reviews from the viewers or anything like that. And I honestly think that having Quad on the show would help her, not be a hindrance, because they could have been the new Fricka Frat or whatever. They could have ran that show together, I don't know. Now, I heard that the person that initially came to Quad about this was Jackie. Jackie told her that this supposedly went down allegedly, and then Heavenly confirmed it. But my thing is, if once again, this goes to show you that what I've been saying for the longest about Quad and Heavenly's friendship, y'all supposed to be BFFs, close sisters, and all of this type of stuff. Why wasn't Heavenly the one to come and tell you that? Why did it take for other people to tell you before Heavenly, somebody that you're closest to on the show? It just doesn't add up or make sense. Do I put something like that past Phaedra? Absolutely not, because Phaedra's the same person that did what she did to Candy. I will never forget that. She's a despicable, horrible person, and I don't think that she deserves to be on reality television at all, especially not on Bravo. But I don't know. It's odd. It's odd that she would try to get Quad out of all people. I don't know about that one. Y'all, let's talk about it down below in the comment section. What y'all think? Do y'all think that Phaedra really did this? Do you think the girls aligned on Phaedra to get her off of the show? What y'all think about all the sweet tea information? Let's talk about it all down below in the comment section. I can't wait to read what you guys have to say about this. Please make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you know my videos drop. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.